You are about to witness the moment when an organised criminal gang rammed the police vehicle that was responding to reports of a robbery in progress. Little did the officers know that the gang they had just encountered was responsible for stealing 19 cash machines, which yielded them £500,000. But the group are now spending a combined total of 29 years behind bars. After the thieves in the stolen transit van rammed the police, some more thieves in a stolen VW Golf Type R picked up their fellow criminals before fleeing. As they made their getaway from the scene, one of the thieves then decided to throw some bricks at the injured police officers. In April 2022, an investigation was launched by Cheshire Constabulary's Serious and Organised Crime Unit after the incident. In the weeks that followed the start of the investigation, officers were able to piece together a detailed picture of the gang and their movements. Police discovered that the gang would scout the businesses they planned to rob, with one member using the ATM in the days before the crime. On the day of the incident, the group would communicate and arrange a meeting spot through their phones before leaving the phones at home or a pre-arranged location, believing this would prevent the police from tracking their location. However, this belief turned out not to be true. Once at the venue, they would use stolen power tools to force their way into the businesses. If they came up against any staff, they would use whatever it took to ensure that the staff did not get in their way. This clearly was a dangerous group that had to be stopped. During the raids, the gang used stolen vehicles including 2 BMWs and the VW Type R to get to their rendezvous points. One of these vehicles was found to be stored in a garage in Loughton, Wigan, which the gang thought was a safe location. Each time they ripped an ATM from a business, it caused tens of thousands of pounds worth of damage. They would then load the stolen transit vans with the cassettes containing the cash before fleeing from the scene. However, after one raid, officers from Cheshire Police's Joint Road Policing Unit got behind one of the BMWs, and here's what happened next.
Entering the 40-mile-an-hour zone, still 70-mile-an-hour. Believe the fire extinguisher has just been thrown from the vehicle. It's slowing down to 20 miles an hour. Stand by for decamp. Watch the bricks, watch the bricks. Tactical contact it. Tactical contact's been made after bricks have been thrown at us. Stand by. Mate, watch the corner. Mate, stop. If the other TPAT patrol can come to the offside when suitable. Stand by, stand by.
Inside the stolen BMW, officers found 7 sets of number plates, 4 bottles of disinfectant, numerous bricks used to attack police, and items stolen from the shops, as well as a sledgehammer and a circular saw. As well as this stash of bricks that they used to throw at the police, they also found a fire extinguisher that again was going to be used as a weapon to throw at the pursuing vehicles. However, despite their best efforts, and thankfully no police officers were seriously injured during the incident. Arthur Gaskin was sent to prison for a total of 7 years and 6 months. Lee Leatherbarrow was sent to prison for 7 years and 6 months. Crimea Price was sent to prison for 8 years. And John Price was sent to prison for a total of 6 years. But what do you think of the sentences that were handed down? Do you think they were too long, or do you think they were too short? Let us know in the comments below, and remember, any comments which are sent in with a super thanks will always guarantee a response by a member of our team. Detective Inspector Nick Henderson from Cheshire Constabulary's Serious and Organised Crime Unit said, "This case shows that no matter how hard you think you have worked to cover your tracks, our officers will always be one step ahead of you." This gang left a trail of destruction for their own selfish gain. They may have stolen in excess of £500,000 in cash, but this does not account for the damage caused to the shops, ATM machines and around 20 vehicles that were stolen in order to commit the offences. In total, this investigation identified a loss of £1 million. This was a comment that was left on our Facebook page when we shared a similar version of this video. It makes you wonder, if people like this were actually the victim of these individuals, would they feel the same? Or would they feel the same if it was their mum in the shop who had been threatened, or if it was their vehicle that was stolen? DI Nick Henderson added, "This was by no means a victimless crime. This gang ruined businesses and caused huge disruption to local communities and residents. But thanks to our investigation, we were able to put together an extensive catalogue of evidence which left the OCG no choice but to plead guilty to the offences put to them, even if it took some time for them to agree. They will now be behind bars for a combined total of 29 years. And I hope this acts as a lesson to those who think they can come into Cheshire to commit crime. We will find you and bring you to justice." Ultimately, when these 4 individuals decided to intentionally and deliberately ram a police vehicle that was being driven by officers who were responding to the call for help that was made by a member of the public, then by assaulting an emergency worker, they raised their heads above the parapet enough that more resources were able to be put into finding the individuals responsible. And let's face it, once DC Karma was put on the case, it was only a matter of time before the individuals were put in cuffs. The video highlights the importance of public vigilance and cooperation with law enforcement. Ultimately, members of the public played a crucial role in reporting suspicious activities, leading to the gang's downfall. Without the watchful eyes of the community, these criminals might have continued their destructive spree. The successful apprehension and conviction of the gang serve as a testament to the dedication and hard work of Cheshire Constabulary's Serious and Organised Crime Unit, along with the joint efforts of roads policing units and other law enforcement agencies. Their teamwork and perseverance paid off, bringing an end to the crime spree that had wreaked havoc on local businesses and communities. But that's just what we think. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. We'd like to say a massive thank you to our channel members for continuing to support our channel. Your monthly pledge means that our team of former emergency services personnel can continue to bring you stories like this one that the mainstream media just tend not to be interested in. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, then click on the link that we'll pin in the comments below. If you haven't already, don't forget to give the video a like, because it means that more people on YouTube will get to see it. And also, if you haven't already, give us a subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. We've also got a few videos from our catalogue that we're recommending in front of you now. Chances are you probably haven't seen them, but give them a go and let us know what you think in the comments on the videos.